Hello and welcome back, everybody, to a new live stream. So, today is a fairly important day because it is the 1st of July. So, it is a new month, right? We're going to have new levels. And it's going to bring a little bit of a different dynamic to the market, of course. So, today we are, of course, going to walk through the charts. We're going to take a look at what is going on, what we can kind of expect as well from the markets, and take a look at any future trades that I'm interested in taking. And of course, we will take a look at the trade that I am currently in as of right now, which was given to the team in the daily market update on the 24th of June. So, if that all sounds interesting, please make sure that you smash that like button. Really helps me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this content to you as well. So, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. And of course, if you are new as well, make sure that you do subscribe, turn the bell notification on so that you never ever miss any live stream that I am doing, because sometimes I am doing live trading when the opportunities present themselves. I will be doing live trading, and as you can see, this was a couple weeks ago, right? We took four trades that week. Okay, 3 of them were live on stream, okay, and 3 of them all 4 of them were very profitable, okay, but 3 of them were taken live on stream, and they were very, very profitable trades. So make sure you turn that bell notification on as well. But enough of that. Let's jump in. Let's talk about what's going on. Let's see what's going on. And of course, as always, if you have any questions whatsoever, please put them in the chat. If you want me to look at anything as well, please put that in the chat as well, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have and take a look at anything that you may want me to look at as well. So sit down, enjoy, and let's jump straight on into it, right? So let's start off with the long trade that I'm in. Okay, so as you can see here, I am currently in a long trade. This long trade was entered in from around like $60,000, and like I said at the start, right, I did enter this trade live on stream. Well, not live on stream, but live on stream to the team who were watching the daily market updates. If you don't know already, I do daily market updates for the team every single morning. Pretty much every single morning. And on the 24th, which was here, I did actually enter into that trade live for the team, letting them know that I like this setup. I like this possible long trade from here, and I did take it, as you can see here. So realized P&L is $2,265 after taking a TP1 this morning. So I told the team, just took a TP1 on the long from the daily market update on the 24th of June as price is testing the value area low of the range. Okay, so we were seeing price actually rise, okay, coming into this value area low, and we'll talk about why price has risen from here as well. But we've seen price rise, okay, into that value area low, as I kind of expected. And, I took a TP1 there, told the team I was taking a TP1. And this is something that, we've been talking about a while, for a while in the daily market updates, right? I've been talking about, this does look good for a rise towards the upside. And, value area low could be a really nice place to take a TP1 because it will most likely act as resistance, and that's exactly what it's doing right now. And of course, we will talk about that as well. Okay, so yeah, taking a TP1. Stop loss is at entry on this trade as well. So this is now a risk-free trade. There is no way that I can turn this winning trade into a losing trade. Okay, I have cemented $2,265 in realized profit. Okay, if I get stopped out, I will lose this unrealized profit, but I will still have this realized profit here, which again is $2,265. So yeah, that's always the plan for me, right? Get myself into the highest probability trade setup. When I see a TP1, I take advantage of it by taking a TP1. And yeah, not all the time, but most of the time after taking a TP1, I will move my stop loss to entry, making it a risk-free trade. It depends, it depends on how strong my bias is on the market, to be honest with you. If it's like simple range trading, I will most likely move my stop loss to entry. But if I see something that I really, really like, and I really believe we're going to see follow through, then that's when I will, tend to not move my stop loss to entry. But again, taking a TP1 still, and taking enough off of the trade as well, so that even if it does get stopped out, I will still make a profit or at least break even. Okay, but normally I will do it to the extent where if I do eventually get stopped, if I do get stopped out of the trade, okay, I still want to take some profit off of that trade, right? I still want to take some profit off of that trade. But yeah, let's get into it, right? Let's talk about why I have entered into the long trade, okay? The reasoning why I'm in the long trade, okay? And yeah, kind of what we can look for next with this long trade as well. Is this the end of this pump? Okay, are we going to continue to dump? Or, are we going to see higher prices from here? Of course, that's what we want to know. And that is, of course, what we will talk about as well. So let's talk about the long trade, okay? So again, I entered into the long trade live for the team in the daily market update on the 24th. And the reason was because price was coming into this high, as I like to call, like, liquidity level. We understand, right? We understand that a lot of people are going to have stops below major pivot lows or major pivot highs. Okay, so we're looking for these major pivot levels, and we want to take advantage of those people who have their stops below a level. But okay, we have to look for certain things, right? We have to look for where the institutions are looking to buy. Now, you may think, oh, it's impossible to know where institutions are buying. You can publicly see what institutions hold, right? But you can't see whether you can't see where institutions are buying and selling. Okay, they don't want to give that information away, but there are tools that you can use to not necessarily find, you could say fine, to be honest with you. It's not like, of course, 100% certainty that you're going to find where an institution is buying or an institution is selling, okay? But it gives you a really, really good high probability level of where an institutional trader is, and an institutional trader is buying or selling, okay, by looking for absorption, right? So we have this level, okay? We have this level here. And, what the majority of the market, what I was understanding on this move down, okay, is that the majority of the market is very, very bearish, including myself, right? I acknowledge as well, I am bearish, okay, as price is pulling back here. As price broke below $60,102, I was still bearish, okay? I was still bearish on the price of Bitcoin, and I was actually looking for $56,400. I have been looking for this level for quite some time now. Okay, I have been looking for this level, and I will hold my hands up and I will say, I was actually expecting that level to be taken out here, right? I was expecting that level to be taken out there. But it's like from the all-time high here, when I was also expecting all-time high to be taken out here as well. However, I actually shorted even though I was expecting all-time high. And why is that? Okay, well, because the market can shift its dynamic very quickly, okay? And if you don't react to it, okay, and you don't take advantage of it as soon as you see it, you can severely miss out on an amazing trade, or you can get severely wrecked within these markets, right? I was waiting for all-time high in this move up. I was thinking, okay, this is looking good. We're getting a nice bullish rise. We're getting lots of long trades opening up, coming into this high, right? However, what happened, okay, price actually started to pull back, and a lot of these long trades, okay, who long the high here, were underwater. They were offside, okay? And when that happens, okay, when you see price rising with lots of longs coming in, new longs coming in as well, however, then price starts to pull back, right? This tells us, okay, someone here is absorbing all of that buying pressure, all of the longing pressure. And that's exactly what was going on here, right? We had a big player who, of course, had a big sell limit order here because they knew all retail traders were going to be expecting all-time high. Okay, and of course they're looking to get into a trade, right? And what you have to understand about institutions is institutions cannot just enter into a trade like us, right, by a click of a button. No, they need to look for liquidity, right? They need to look for where liquidity is, right? Here is a high liquidity level for them because first of all, okay, you've got lots of longs coming into the market, right? But second of all, anyone that's shorted, okay, are going to have their stops above that high, right? Above that high there. So there's a lot of liquidity there. And that liquidity provides them, okay, a opportunity to get into the market because they know that millions of people are going to have their stops there, right? So they are most likely going to get filled on their trade. And what happens there is that as all of the longs get absorbed, okay, by the big sell limit order that's there, okay, because of course they're thinking, right, lots of people are going to have their stops there and lots of people are going to expect all-time high, so we can absorb all of these longs, all of these shorts getting stopped out as well, okay. We can absorb all of that buying pressure, okay, and they push price lower, okay, and they push price lower by only a small amount, okay. And then what happens is that the retail traders are actually the ones that then make the initial big move, okay, because what happens is because all of the 79 million, if I can remember back here, there was about 79 million new long trades at the high. All of those long trades are now underwater. When they're underwater, what are they? They're emotional. When they're emotional, okay, they're fearful, right? When they're fearful, okay, retail traders tend to get scared out of trades, so they exit their trade. So the ones early, okay, the early traders, the early retail traders who get scared out of their trade push the price lower. And as they push the price lower, okay, the people that aren't as fearful but have still shorted from the same level, they're getting a little bit worried, right? Then they're getting fearful, okay? And then more people, okay, that longed a little bit lower, who get fearful easily, okay, have now been scared out of their trade, okay, so that initially pushes the price lower, okay. And then the ones who aren't as fearful, okay, who have a little bit more confident but they're still wrong in their decision, okay, they get scared out, okay, they eventually get scared out or even just stopped out, right? And that pushes the price lower, and then it comes down to anybody who longs from lower and lower and lower, and it's just a catalyst of long stop losses getting triggered, which of course is sells into the market, okay. And that's exactly what happened here, and that's kind of what we're seeing right now, okay. And how I'm viewing this is kind of the exact same price action, to be honest with you. This is just the exact same price action in the reverse, okay. We could possibly even let's see if we can actually, let's do this, right? can I? There we go. There we go. I can flip it upside down. So this is kind of what we're looking at the same thing that we saw here, right? I know it's not all time, it's not an all time like level or anything, right? So it's not anything majorly important, right? But this is exactly kind of what we were looking at. It is an important level, right? This is an important level down here, but it's not like a major all-time high level, but at this moment in time, this is a very key level. $56,400 as a very key level, right? It is a very key level, but what we're looking at here is something quite similar, right? It doesn't, like, time-wise, it doesn't line up perfectly, okay? But we have the initial low, okay, which here, okay, on these blue candles here, was the all-time high, right? Then we had the second move up, which made a lower high here, right? So this one is the all-time high, okay? Then we got the move down, okay, here, right? Then we got the move back up to create this lower high, right? Again, on this one, we're making that move down, right? It's a little bit earlier here to make that higher low, okay? Then price goes back down. In this instance, price goes back up, okay? In the original example, right, price rises up and actually takes out that lower high, okay? Takes out that lower high, and that's exactly what has been done here. Price has actually taken out that higher low, okay? Then what have we seen? Okay, we've seen that swing failure pattern, right? Of course, you can just look at swing failure patterns and failed auction patterns. Ideally, myself, I don't like to do that. I like to look for confluence and I like to look for confirmation, right? That's where I would come into the order flow. Okay, so what we can see is this is looking very, very similar, right? And we're starting to get the rise already. Okay, we're starting to get this rise already. So I wouldn't be surprised if we continued higher, okay, to be honest with you. But what we can actually have a look is if we come into the order flow, take a look at the order flow, we can see open interest has increased with minus 79 million negative delta. So I know, right, there are a lot of people shorting this move down, okay? But whilst there are a lot of people shorting this move down, we can also see, indicated by these red candles here, right, we can also see open interest is decreasing, okay? Whilst minus 73 million negative delta there, minus 16 million negative delta there, and minus 60 million delta there, right? So what is this indicating to us with open interest decreasing? Well, this is indicating to us that the majority of this move is actually being fueled by longs being stopped out, okay? Longs, and a lot of longs are getting stopped out here. However, price has failed to continue going much lower. You would expect a much bigger move down if you're just seeing continuous aggressive sells coming into the market. However, what has price done? Right, well, price has actually formed this swing failure pattern and had a move back up. This is indicating to me, right, like what I was explaining here, just in the vice versa, right, we're getting absorption, right? So there is a big player here that has a large buy limit order, okay? And that large buy limit order is absorbing all of the shorts coming in, okay? All of the longs getting stopped out, so the sells into the market as well, okay? And initially, okay, what happens is the long stop losses run out, okay? So there's no more longs to get stopped out, okay? But also shorters, sellers, right, are running out as well, okay? They're not as powerful as they were back here. They're not as strong, right? They're running out of steam, as I like to say, okay? So price actually starts to rise. And as price starts to rise, anybody that long the low, okay, is getting emotional, is getting fearful, okay? And the early retail traders who get really emotional, really fearful, will just exit their position because they're thinking, oh, I shorted the low, which is, in fact, they are right, okay? They did short the low. But what happens and what they don't realize is that they are actually adding fuel to the fire and pushing the price higher, which then you get to the people who shorted a little bit higher up, then they come emotional, they come fearful, okay? And what happens? That continues to push price higher. All right, so that's what we're seeing here. We've seen this one here. We shorted this one here, right? And we're seeing the exact same thing right now in the reverse. Okay, so for me right now, okay, I like this, right? I still think, okay, that we can go to all-time high. I do still think we can go to all-time high, right? I understand right now we're in a bearish Elliott wave count, okay, and we are in, wave 5. It's not confirmed yet, okay, because we need to break 56,415 for wave 5 to be confirmed. But there is a high probability, right, that we are going to confirm this wave 5. Okay, there is a high probability that we could confirm this wave 5. So I do understand that, right? And that's why I've taken a TP1 at the value area low and moved the stop loss to entry, making it a risk-free trade. Now, if I get stopped out of the trade, okay, and we do come down to complete wave 5, it was still a profitable trade. Right? There's no doubt about that. Okay, and of course, if you are a regular watcher of the channel, you will know that I'm looking for a long trade at the end of wave 5. That's where I'm looking for. Okay, at range low as well. There's lots of confluence down here. Okay, I like this for a possible long trade setup. So we will have to see, okay, if and when we get to that level. Okay, if and when we get to that level, whether there will be a long trade. But for now, the long trade was from $60,000. Of course, I took that. Okay, and it is in some really, really nice profits as of now. So, yeah, for me, right? For me, it's now patience, okay? We are at the value area low. We are struggling to get above that value area low, right? We've spent, a lot of time here now, okay? So we've had 3 8-hour candles, okay, where we've been testing this value area low and we failed to break above it, right? So we clearly know, right, this is resistance here. Okay, this is resistance. If we get rejected from here, I wouldn't be surprised if we came down to $56,400. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so that's one of the scenarios that I'm going through in my head. Okay, the other scenario is if we actually reclaim value area low, then I'm thinking, okay, this is a lot more bullish, right? This is a lot more bullish. We can actually look for POC and possibly even value area high off of this. Okay, and if you again are a regular watcher of the channel, you know I hate diagonal lines. Okay, but I'm putting this diagonal line to show you not that we've got a breakout. Right, not that we've got a breakout. I understand a lot of people are going to be looking at this and thinking, oh, this is a breakout. Let's actually pull up the VWAP as well. That's not important. That's not important. Let's do the anchored one. Because I just thought maybe there's a trade-off here. Possibly. I don't know yet. We'll have to see. But yeah, lots of retail traders are going to be longing this right now. Okay, because they think, oh, it's a long out of a trend line, whatever they want to call it, right? I'm not looking at this as a trend line. Yes, I understand, right? A trend line is broken towards the upside, okay? However, I'm looking at this as, okay, we've got a series of highs. We've got lots of highs up here. What does this mean? This means stop losses. And what specifically? Short stop losses, right? So if price starts to rise and we actually start to take out these series of highs that we formed, okay, what will most likely happen, right? Well, we will most likely get a short squeeze and probably a pretty quick move up, to be honest with you. We'll get a short squeeze up. Why will we get a short squeeze up, right? Because as price starts to rise and we hit these, stop losses, then we see a cascade of buys into the market, right? Because we have a lot of shorts getting stopped out possibly, okay? So that would, move the market pretty swiftly and pretty quickly. And I wouldn't be surprised if we were to come up to POC, break up our POC, and then see value area high. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, and of course it would be really, really good for our trade if that was the case, right? So yeah, if we reclaim value area low, I still think, okay, right, we can see a big move up. We can possibly get to all-time high, if not close to all-time high. Okay, and right, we have some major levels up here, of course, and that I'm actually interested in shorting. So we'll have to see if and when we get to the level. Okay, but at this moment in time, right, I do really like this for a possible move towards the upside, but only if, right, we reclaim that value area high. Okay, we have to, of course, value area high, value area low. we have to, of course, claim that value area low. If we do not claim the value area low, right, then I'm not interested in looking for higher prices. If we get a rejection here, we're probably looking for lower. Okay, again, Elliott wave, I've still got that in the back of my head, right? That Elliott wave count, that is signaling a wave 5, okay, which is a wave 5 below $56,400. So I still am acknowledging that, and I've still got that back in the back of my mind, okay. And if we do reject from value area low, that's probably the a high probability move, right? Because yes, on the lower time frames, right, we're forming now bullish market structure, right? But what we have to remember still is we are still in this much bigger downtrend here, okay, which really hasn't been broken at this moment in time until we start to break like 64,500. And again, right, what is that? Well, that's a reclaim, a value area low. Then we're looking for those the catalyst of shorts getting stopped out, which for me, would signal higher prices. Okay, short squeeze, right? So for me, that's kind of what I'm looking at, right? We reclaim this, bullish. If we reject off of it, not looking too good. Wave 5 is probably going to be completed, where from there we can reevaluate the situation and actually possibly look for a long trade from down here, right? I've been talking about this for a very long time, so we will have to see how that plays out. Of course, it's not set in stone that I'm looking to long $56,415. Of course, I want to wait for price to come in to that level, and then I want to check for the reaction. I will check for the reaction on order flow, okay? And what I mean by checking for the reaction, okay, because I understand a lot of people won't understand what I mean by checking for a reaction. When I say checking for a reaction, right, I am looking for lots of so we're coming down, so I'll be looking for lots of longs to be stopped out, okay, and those to be absorbed, right? Or I'll be looking for lots of shorts to open up, but for those to be absorbed as well. Okay, so I'm basically looking for absorption, right? If I see it, right, then I will take the trade and I will look for higher prices from there. I will enter into the long, I will look for higher prices from there. So right now it's just patience, right? I'm in the trade, right? I've been in the trade since the 24th. So what's that? Like 7 days now. I've been in this trade for about a week. Okay, and it's given me some really nice profits so over the course of the week, right? But again, this just proves like how patient you need to be. I myself prefer swing trading. That's how I like it. Okay, yes, I'll take the odd day trade here and there if I see good opportunities. Scalp trading, I prefer over anything, over scalp trading, over day trading. I much prefer swing trading. It requires a lot of patience. Okay. But in my eyes, this is the best. Of course, this is just personal preference, right? But this is the best way to trade. But I understand it's very hard. It's a very hard way to trade, okay? Because you have to, patience is one of the hardest things to amongst a few other things, right? Patience is one of the hardest things to master within trading, okay? And that's why a lot of people like scalp trading and a lot of people like day trading, okay? Because they don't have the patience, right? They want to be in a trade, be in a trade, be in a trade, be in a trade at all times. That's not the case, right? You don't need to be in a trade at all times, okay? I understand, right, that I'm looking for the highest probability trade setups, okay? And I understand to look for those highest probability trade setups that I do have to remain patient and I do have to wait a while. Okay, then once I get the setup, I see the setup, I have to remain patient to like take the trade because I want to see the right reaction. Again, when I say reaction, I want to be looking at what trades are getting stopped out and what trades are actually coming into the market, right? And then once I get the setup that I want to see and I enter into the trade again, right, I have to remain patient and wait for the profits to come, right? Again, I entered into this trade on the 24th, right? I entered into this trade for the team on the daily market update on the 24th here, okay? And it is now the first, right, of the next month, right? So I've waited 7 days, okay, to get some nice profit off of this trade, right? But this shows that patience does pay the bills. This does show that patience does pay the bills. I waited patiently. I waited for the setup. I got the setup. I took the setup, and I waited patiently for the profits. Okay, patience pays the bills. That's all it is. So yeah, again, right now it's patience, right? If you're not in a trade, there's no reason to enter into a trade right now. A few minutes ago, I was considering a possible short trade from here. I was just sort of drawing it up. I'm thinking, right, okay, we're coming into. Let's have a look at this as well. So we're coming into value area low. We've got no naked point of controls. Sorry, but I wanted to have a look at what the market was looking like. I mean, lots of shorts got stopped out there. No, I'm not really interested in anything from here, to be honest with you. Yeah, there were lots of longs coming in on this breakout, but not enough, I wouldn't say. And all of these longs are in a profit right now. So you can see here, all of these longs are in a profit. So there's no reason for them to be emotional. They're quite happy. They're quite content. So yeah, what was it? There was 32 million longs coming in here, right? And that was, yeah, literally coming into the breakout and then on the breakout. And then we saw lots of shorts getting stopped out here. Yeah, I'm not really too interested in a short there, to be honest. Matt Brown, good to see you. Yeah, I don't believe I've seen you. I don't believe I've seen you before. So yeah, good to see new faces here. Thank you very much for joining. Check out the weekly RSI uptrend broken. This pump is just a back test before a continuation down. Yeah, to be honest, I don't ever look at the RSI. Reason being is because it is a lagging indicator. I can look at it, but I guess you're looking at. Something like this. Yeah, to be honest, I don't ever look at the RSI just because it is a lagging indicator. It's not really something that I tend to look at. Right, I like to look at the the authentic market data, the actual market data that's coming in, because this is in the time, right? The RSI is classed as a lagging indicator. So, something I prefer to look at is the CVD, right? Because I know that the CVD is not a lagging indicator. It is, not a lag. I wouldn't even call it. It's not really an indicator. Like a CVD isn't actually even classed as an indicator, right? Because it's actually the market buys and market sells that are coming into the market, right? So I could possibly even let's do this. Delta positive, delta negative. There you go. And basically what it does, right, is the CVD, it shows you the buys coming in, it shows you the sells coming in, and then what it does is it puts it in like a line, like on a line chart for you, and it just makes it a little bit easier to read. That's why I like looking at it on the line chart. But yeah, I don't really even class it as an indicator, right? It's just an easier way to view it. So yeah, and like, yeah, I don't know how long you've been here for, Matt, but yeah, I've kind of been saying the same thing, right? Um, you know, I like to draw out scenarios. Okay, I like to draw out scenarios, and I like to um, trade whatever scenario plays out. Okay, I understand that the long trade that I was looking for was actually from $56,415. However, okay, we didn't end up getting that long trade setup because we had a long trade setup here. So instead, I took this long trade setup, which is turning out to be which is turning out to be really profitable, right? Because as you can see here, 2,265 realized profit, and then of course the unrealized here as well. Right, so I understand when I need to be entering into a trade because I saw the long setup here, right? However, I'm still I'm still with you here, right? If you're looking at the RSI, that's 100% up to you. If that's what works for you, then good. Okay. For me, I just don't I don't ever find that the RSI has worked for me in the past. So I haven't used it in a very, very long time. But yeah, we are in resistance, right? We are coming into resistance, and that's exactly why I told the team on the Visionary Discord, right? That where were we here this morning, right? I told the team on the Visionary Discord that we were coming into the value area low. And what did I do? That's when I took the TP1 on the long trade, right? So yes, right, there is resistance here, and like I was saying earlier, we could reject from here, okay? And what have I been looking at, right? For any of you regular watchers of the channel, okay, I know I've just literally gone over this, but for Matt, if you're still here, this is kind of what we're looking at here, right? We have this bearish Elliott wave count, okay, and this bearish Elliott wave count is actually indicating a possible wave 5 completion, which would be a move back below $56,415. Okay, so yeah, this is still something I'm looking for. Okay, and like I just walked through, not that long ago, if we reject from here, I'd expect $56,400 to be tapped. If we can reclaim this, to be honest with you, I'd be looking for much higher prices from here, right? I'd be looking for much higher prices, POC at least. Okay, if we can get above that, then even higher prices from there. Okay. So yeah, I like to draw out scenarios, and I like to trade the scenarios. Of course, my stop loss is at entry. So if we do see the pullback from here and I get stopped out, okay, I've taken my profit out of the market, right? And there's no way that I could have lost any money on this trade. Then, right, I'm looking for lower prices from there, where of course, if you're a regular watcher of the channel, again, you will know I'm looking to possibly long this if I see the if I see what I want to see at that level. So yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you here, Matt. I honestly think, right, yes, we could see a continuation down, but I have to see certain things, right? I do have to see certain things, and a rejection off of the value area low would be something that I want to see for a continuation lower, because I still understand, yes, right, we're in this much bigger bearish Elliott wave count, possibly indicating another move down to complete the wave 5. However, right, we're also in this bearish, just bearish market structure here as well. So I understand that, yes, okay, that's indicating lower as well. So there's lots of things indicating lower to me. But if we start to reclaim this value area low, I'd consider that getting quite bullish and some sign of strength, right? So that's why I've still left to like 50% left in this trade, right? Because I understand there is still a high probability chance that we could move up, right? There's still a high probability chance that we move up. Now, because we're in resistance, there's still a high probability move that we actually come down and, come down to $56,400. And I know that, that's contradicts itself, right? But that's just to put it plain and simple, right? If we break above value area low, then I'd say, okay, there's no resistance above us until we get to the POC. So the highest probability move is up, Okay, but right now, because we are, well, I guess you could say the highest probability move at this moment in time is actually down because we haven't reclaimed it yet. But if we start to reclaim it, yeah, then highest probability move is up. Okay, so we need to reclaim that, of course. We do need to reclaim that value area low. But like I said, right, stop losses at entry. So if I do get stopped out of the trade at the entry, I will still have $2,265 realized P&L. Okay, and that for a week. Okay, because again, I entered into the trade on the 24th. Right, that for a week's profit, I can't complain. Right, I can't complain whatsoever. I remember when I used to make that a month. Right, so for making that in 7 days, yeah, I can't complain whatsoever. Of course, if you've got any questions, please put them in the chat, or if you want me to look at anything, please put them in the chat as well. I'll be more than happy to answer or take a look at anything you want to look at. And if you haven't already, please make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Helps me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this content to you as well. And of course, if you haven't subscribed already as well, make sure that you do subscribe, because we are live trading here sometimes as well. This was a previous trade that we took a few weeks ago. As you can see, that was a profitable trade, where then we actually took the next day like the exact same trade. Okay, and yeah, that was a profitable trade as well. We then took a short trade that wasn't live on stream. That was for the team on the Visionary Discord. That was a profitable short trade as well. And then 2 days after, we actually took another long trade live on stream. Okay, as you can see, yeah, that was a profitable trade as well, and we actually did come a little bit higher there as well. But yeah, just some amazing trades. So make sure you subscribe, turn that bell notification on so you never ever miss any possible live trading that I do. So yeah, I don't live trade every single day. It's only when I see the setups, right? Because I am more of a swing trader, but I know for the sake of doing this, that people do want to see some day trades here and there. So yeah, I do try and take some day trades here and there. And yeah, actually that week I took 4 trades. They were all day trades. They weren't swing trades. All 4 of those trades were profitable trades as well. So yeah, that was a really, really good week of day trading. But yeah, like I said, I only took 4 trades. I like to take minimal trades because I like to look for the highest probability trade setups. I'm not FOMOing. I'm not rushing into any trades, right? I'm not entering into the trade for the sake of being in a trade. I'm waiting for the highest probability moves or the highest probability trade setup, sorry. And then I'm looking for I'm looking for the perfect reaction, okay, of the level. Okay, I have my level. I understand my level. I draw out the scenarios in my head, and of course I lay them out to the team on the Visionary Discord and in the daily market updates. Okay, I lay them out for the team, and then once we get to the level, if I see the reaction that I want to see, then I will take the trade. What I mean by the reaction is what is happening to the bid and the ask. What is happening to the buys and the sells coming into the market? That's what I want to see, right? If I see them absorbed, okay, then I will most likely take the trade. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. That's exactly the reason why I've entered into this trade here. I understood, okay, we were seeing a lot of long trades getting stopped out. However, some big institution was absorbing all of the sells into the market, right? Someone was absorbing it all, and I understood that we had someone absorbing it all because I was looking at order flow. Okay, order flow is very, very good at indicating where the big players are, where the big institutions are. Okay, and we know, right? We know that the retail traders do not make any money in these markets. 95% of retail traders fail. So why would you trade like a retail trader who uses triangle patterns, uses head and shoulders patterns? Okay, you want to be trading like the institutions who are the ones that make the real money in the market, right? They have been around for the longest amount of time, and they will be around longer than you. Okay, so you want to trade like the institutions. So you want to be looking for the institutions, right? And that's exactly what we do here, right? We're looking for where the institutions are, we're looking for where the big players are, and we're looking for that absorption, and then we're entering in off of that, okay? Once we establish, okay, there's a big player here, then I'm entering into a trade. Okay, I'm entering into the same trade that they're entering into. And that's how you look for the highest probability trades, because the institutions win the majority of the time. The institutions win the majority of the time, and you're following what the institutions are doing, then you're going to win the majority of the time as well, right? Again, like I always say, the institutions aren't publicly putting out their trades, right? Yes, of course, they're publicly putting out what they hold, right? What assets they hold, but they're not publicly putting out their trades, okay, their entries of their trades, where their limit orders are, okay? They don't want you to know that, right? They don't want you to know where they are, okay? Because they're looking for your liquidity to enter into that trade, okay? So what order flow gives you is a good understanding of where they are, right? Not 100% accuracy, okay, but it gives you a very, very good understanding of where those big institutional players are. If you know where the big institutional players are, right, you are going to be on the right side of the market the majority of the time, okay, because they are. It's as simple as that. The institutions are the ones that make the real money in the markets, so why not follow them? Okay, why not follow them? But yeah, it's good to see some people in here. So yeah, make sure you smash that thumbs up button if you haven't already. And yeah, if you've got any questions for me, then please put them in the chat. Or if you want me to look at anything, please put those in the chat as well. But yeah, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. So yeah, like I said, it's just patience, right? Patience. I'm just sitting on this trade, right, this long trade right now. I don't see any reason to fully close it, because I still know there's a possibility it could break above value area low, and we can see higher prices from here. Okay, I still understand as well, which is why I've moved my stop loss to entry, that we could reject off of the value area low, and we could move much lower, completing the wave 5 below $56,415, right? For anyone that new that has joined, okay, this is what I'm kind of looking at, right? This bearish Elliott wave count, okay, they are very, very powerful. Okay, Elliott wave counts are very powerful. And there is, this bearish count is actually signaling a move below $56,415, where what happens after, what happens after a bearish Elliott wave count or a bullish Elliott wave count, okay, in that case, right? We expect an ABC correction, right? So I've been talking about this for a very, very long time, that I've been I'm looking for a long trade down at the end of wave 5, which could possibly end here. So if I see the long trade setup that I want to see here, right, this is something that I will be looking for, right? Where are we here? Okay, I'll be looking for something like this, and to possibly take it up to all-time high, right? This is what I'm looking for, okay? Because again, at the end of a wave 5, we're actually expecting an ABC correction, okay? And of course, we have to see the bullish setup here. If we don't see the bullish setup here, then I will not take the trade, okay? But if we see the bullish setup here, I will take the long trade, and I will look for higher prices. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking for. But as of right now, I'm kind of just focusing on this long trade that I'm in at this moment in time, because this is working really well for me at this moment in time. Okay, if we break above, like I said, value area low, we're looking for like POC. If we reject from here, we're looking to get stopped out at entry, because remember, right, take a look at the Visionary Discord, stop loss is at entry. Okay, then we're looking for like $56,415. That is my plan at this moment in time. But yeah, I've kind of walked through everything that I want to walk through at this moment in time. There's nothing else that I really want to talk about. Yeah, I can see no one's put anything in the chat, nothing that they want to take a look at, nothing that they want to talk about. So yeah, I'll probably end the live stream there. Been a little bit quiet. Good to see new faces though. Good to see new faces. Matt Brown, good to see you here. Thank you for putting some stuff in the chat. Really, really appreciate that. But yeah, I will probably probably leave it there. I've talked about everything that I want to talk about. I've talked about the future trades that I'm looking at entering into, talked about the trade that I'm currently in now and what my plan is for it. So yeah, I will leave that there. Thank you ever so much for watching, if you have been watching this whole time. And of course, if you haven't smashed that thumbs up button already, please smash that thumbs up button so I can continue to bring this content to you. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure that you subscribe, turn that bell notification on, because again, sometimes I am doing live trading. So yeah, make sure that you are subscribed and turn that bell notification on. So yeah, I will leave that there. Thank you very much for watching again. Have a lovely rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed the weekend, and I will see you tomorrow for the next live stream. Any Visionary members, of course, I will see you in the Visionary Discord and the daily market update tomorrow. If you want access to the Visionary Discord, where I give all of my trades away, then click the first link in the description. Okay, it will take you over to this page here where you can access the Visionary courses as well, and then the XO chart templates, all of the good stuff. Yeah, first link in the description. If you want access to the free Discord, that's the second link in the description. So yeah, I will leave that there. Thank you very much for watching.